everybody, and welcome back to TPG's World. I am here to review the season premiere of RuPaul's All-Star Drag Race Season 3. I am so excited. As you all know, I am a huge RuPaul's Drag Race fan. I have watched it since season 1, so I love the show so much. And in my past videos, when I was on a long time ago, I used to review it, so I'm back to do reviews. And from now on, I will be reviewing all of RuPaul's Drag Race. But we're going to start with season 3 of All Stars. Now, what All Stars is it's where RuPaul takes the best of previous seasons, brings them back on to compete for a chance to be in the Drag Race Hall of Fame. There's been 2 winners before, which was Chad Michaels in Alaska. So this will be the 3rd person. They win like $100,000 and a lot of prestige and a crown, etc., etc. So you have to be the best of the best because the challenges are harder. Everything is just amped up so much more for this. So you have to be on your toes. And the eliminations are done totally different. In this one, the 2 lead girls, the 2 best girls, have to lip sync for their legacy. And they get to choose of the bottom 2, which are chosen by the judges or by RuPaul. For the bottom 2, they get to choose which one they send home. So RuPaul doesn't choose who goes home. The actual girls lip sync for their legacy. Whichever one of those 2 wins, they win a $10,000 tip, and then they get to choose which one of the 2 bottom girls go home. So it's totally different than the actual RuPaul's Drag Race. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of the girls that's competing in the new season, and then we'll talk a little bit about the episode and things like that. So let's talk about the girls, and this is in no particular order. I just wrote them down, so I want to talk about each one of them. The first girl that's on the season is Trixie Mattel. Now, when I first met Trixie, her makeup kind of freaked me out a little bit because it's big, it's over the top, it's like, wow. But the more I watch Trixie, I have fallen in love with Trixie Mattel. I think she's so incredibly talented. Her makeup is, her aesthetic and her makeup is just so perfect in what she does. She's hysterical, she's very talented, and she's an amazing singer. She's got a country song out right now, and I absolutely love her song. I do, I love it. I think it's wonderful. So she's one of my favorites. The next person is Milk, and Milk is... he's kind of reminds you of a New York City club kid from the 80s and the 90s. His makeup is very different and unique, and I like that about Milk. I like that Milk takes a lot of chances with drag that a lot of people don't. Milk is also a very, very talented performer, as well as he's also a male model. So that's a big thing. The next queen is Chi Chi DeVayne, and I love Chi Chi on her season. I thought she was just beautiful. She's beautiful, and she was really new on her new season, and on this season she's returned. She's a lot more polished. Her look is a lot better. So I really like Chi Chi. She's from Louisiana, and she's just a sweet little old southern gal. I like her. The next one is Kennedy Davenport. Now, when Kennedy was on her season, she wasn't my favorite, and I'm not going to lie to you. She just was not my favorite. So, I like Kennedy, though, as an overall performer, but she just never was one of my favorites. But her Little Richard that she did at the Snatch Game was wonderful. The next performer is one of my all-time favorites, and it's the only time I ever cried watching RuPaul's Drag Race. When this queen got eliminated, I was devastated. I swore I was never going to watch the show again, but I did. And that's Ben de la Creme. I love Ben. Ben's drag reminds me of an old-timey 50s kind of movie star. I just love Ben de la Creme. I think she's hysterically funny and so talented. The next one is Aja. Now, Aja's not one of my favorite queens, to be honest with you, at first. Aja's makeup is really hard, and I don't think she's that pretty. I'm sorry, but I just don't think she's that pretty. She's very masculine. And I've heard a lot of great things, and I've watched a lot of Aja videos, and I will say that she's a good performer, and we're going to talk more about that later. The next one is Morgan McMichaels. Now, Morgan did not look her best on this episode. Her makeup was just not becoming to her. But Morgan is an awesome performer. She is an awesome performer. And her illusions, like Pink and some of the characters she does, are spot on. Another person that was on the show that I love is Shangela. Now, some people don't like Shangela. I do like Shangela. I think that she's funny. I think she's gorgeous. And, you know, she's been on 2 previous seasons and was eliminated both times. This time, I think Shangela really has her stuff together. I think she's a lot more polished, and I really think she's got a lot to show. The next queen is Thorgy Thor, and I loved Thorgy. Thorgy's fun, and when she was on her season, I was so excited and I loved it. And I was very disappointed when she got eliminated because I think Thorgy she's just funny, and her look is very, very great, and her Michael Jackson illusion on the Snatch Game, her season was just on point. It was wonderful. And the last queen that they came in, which RuPaul snuck in as a surprise, is someone who I actually got the pleasure of meeting. And I will put a picture either in this video or the next video. But I love this person. And after meeting her, I say she's probably one of the nicest drag queens I've ever met in my life. She came to a club that I was working at, and she was so gracious and so kind, and she stood outside with us and talked with everybody and answered questions and took pictures, and she was just so down to earth. And she's one of my all-time favorites. Her name is Miss Bibi Zahara Bonet. Bibi. Oh gosh, I love Bibi. I love Bibi Zahara Bonet. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. And she's so kind, guys. She's so kind. So when she came through that door, I was like, oh, it's over, y'all. It's over. And the reason I say that is because Bibi was the first winner of the very first RuPaul's Drag Race on season 1. So everybody's kind of in a tizzy. But RuPaul explained that the reason he brought her back was because, all those years ago, 17 years ago when it started, or 18 years ago, however long it's been since RuPaul started, that there was so many different things. The prize money was less and all stuff. So Bibi's back. So these girls better be on their toes because Miss Bibi don't play. She's kind as she can be, but she don't play. All right, so basically this episode, the special guest judge was Vanessa Hudgens, who I also really like Vanessa Hudgens. She was in Grease Live. I like that. So they each had to do this variety talent show, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about their talents. The first thing, no special order here. Like I said, I wrote them down. Trixie sang an original song that she wrote because Trixie has a CD out. She's actually a country singer. He is a country singer, and he played an instrument, and it was wonderful. And she did a really great job. She's got a great voice. I really like her voice. Milk did this song where he was we're putting on paper doll clothes, and it was called Touch the Fashion. It was really good. I kind of liked it a lot. Kennedy Davenport danced the house down. That girl tore that dance floor up. I love Miss Kennedy. Ben de la Creme did this cute little burlesque strip number where she had these bras on with the tassels, and she kept changing them, and the tassels were all. It was hysterically funny, very burlesque, very fun, very much the style of Ben de la Creme. Now Aja, as I've told y'all, I don't think she's pretty. Didn't really know why she even was on there. But then the bitch did her talent. And that little girl can dance, including getting up on a speaker and jumping off of this big old box and landing. Girl, it was flawless. So I got to give Miss Aja her credit. She is a hell of a performer. Morgan McMichaels came out. Morgan did this thing to her own song, and it was boring. Chi Chi came out, and she did this twirling baton number in these ugly shoes that were like jazz shoes that were scuffed up. It was really bad. It was a bad choice for Chi Chi all the way around. Shangela danced to her own song. Flawless. Thorgy Thor played the violin to one of RuPaul's songs. It was fabulous. And Miss Bibi Zahara did her song Cameroon, which I love. She was dressed in her native African outfit because she's from Africa, and she was dressed in her native clothing, and oh my god, it was wonderful. It was just fabulous. So they all did their thing, and then RuPaul told which ones were safe, and then he pointed out the bottom, and the ones that ended up being in the bottom were Morgan McMichaels and Chi Chi, which I kind of thought they were going to be because I was like, okay. And the winners were Aja and Ben de la Creme. And I was really excited. I was like, yeah, Ben de la got to the top. Woo-hoo. So Ben de la Creme and Aja went backstage, and they were talking to the girls about different things. And earlier in the season, in the episode, Morgan McMichaels had said that she was going to eliminate based on who the strongest girls were. So Ben de la questioned her about that. She said, yes, that's what she planned to do. So then they all get together and they talk to, both the two girls. Aja talks to her two girls, to Morgan and to Chi Chi, and then Ben de la talks to him, and they, go and they make their decision, and they hide their lipstick in their bra and whatever, and they go out and they perform to Anaconda by Nicki Minaj. Now, y'all, it was fabulous. They worked it out. Aja was doing her part, and Ben de la was doing her part, but it was different. Aja was giving you Nicki Minaj dance, boom, 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 and Ben de la Creme was kind of giving you this comedy, campy thing. It was so funny. And then when they were done, RuPaul announced that Ben de la Creme had won the lip sync for her legacy. So she got to choose who went home. She also won $10,000. I was very happy about that because I love me some Ben de la Creme. I love her. Love her, love her, love her, love her, love her so much. So anyway, so Ben de la Creme chose Morgan McMichaels to go home. So Morgan was the first girl kicked off of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3 of All Stars. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen for the rest of the season because I thought Morgan would stay around longer, but she didn't. I really honestly thought Chi-Chi was going to go home. I really thought that they would send Chi-Chi home because of the two, she was the weakest, I think. But it's good in a way that Ben de la Creme gave her a chance, so that was awesome. So guys, stay tuned because RuPaul's only going to get better and better and better. So let's see what next week brings. Next week I think they say is going to be a tribute to VH1 Divas, a tribute to RuPaul. So I can't wait to see what the girls are going to pull out for that. It looks like it's going to be awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Hang tight. Every week I'll be bringing you another RuPaul's Drag Race review. Alright guys, talk to you later. Peace out. Remember, hating is a disease, and some of y'all need to get well soon. Bye.